Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Yes, right away you might notice a little bit of a difference. You might notice that the background's different, the sound is different, everything's took a little bit of a turn here. I'll explain why after the intro, but today we're going to be talking about the striker issue one more time at Celtic Football Club. This is a just kind of stand-in sort of thing from now. I'm going to be reorganised the room. The new camera is in, it's in motion. This is us. We've moved up in the world, guys. We're trying to take the channel to the next step. Now, I don't know what the quality is like yet. It's the first time I have ever shot a video on this. I'm hoping that it is a noticeable difference. The audio might be a bit off because I'm sitting the microphone on the bed. We're kind of just going with things here. We're rolling at a kind of, DIY sort of level. We're doing it ourselves, and hopefully as I get everything done up and everything moved about, it'll look more professional, it'll sound more professional, and ultimately it will take that channel to the next step. But the first step is getting this new camera in motion, hopefully up in the quality. And you'll notice, well, the other way around, usually you see that side of the room, now you see this side. Musa in the background, yes, the shirt is squint, I know it is, I'm going to fix it after this, I couldn't be bothered, I'm just too excited to use the camera. We're going to try and do things up, get a little bit of a studio going, because I've got a couple of new series in my head that I want to get on the go, but it probably means that I need to reshuffle things around the old room. So just for now, sit back, relax, hopefully the quality is good enough, and hopefully this has been worth 600 quid, because if not, I'll be one unhappy bear. Anyway, it's time to talk about the striker issue at Celtic. Yesterday, Celtic got right back into action for the first time since March, first time since we played St Mirren in that last Ladbrokes Premiership game, and we drew 1-0 with Nice in the game over in France, a game I didn't get to see all of, Firewater Thursday called, so I only got to see the kind of first half and such, which I looked quite impressive at points. It was saddening that, we got a goal chopped off, and then we conceded where I thought we were all kind of over them. But at the end of the day, we went on, we drew 1-1. But the man who scored the equalising goal for Celtic was none other than the man who was brought in January, the striker from Poland, Patryk Klimala. Now, Patryk Klimala came in for a decent fee. I think it was around £3 million, if I remember rightly, off the top of my head. But he's came in and not really had a lot of game time at Celtic. He came in at a point where Griffiths found his kind of form again, a wee bit of a resurgence for him, and it really kind of stopped Klimala or even Bayo from getting a chance in the first team. And that was down to purely the fact that Edouard is the best player in the country pretty much. There's no one going to be overtaking him, but also because of how good Griffiths was playing. But as we discussed the other day on the channel in the transfer talk video, Griffiths' time at Celtic might be kind of dwindling to a closure. Now, Neil Lennon has came out and said, yes, there will be time, there will be a place, and hopefully a chance for Griffiths to revitalise his career at Celtic after he was dropped from the France tour. But the interview that Neil Lennon had yesterday after the game didn't sound too promising. Now, it doesn't say at all that Griffiths is done, but you can tell that Neil Lennon is not happy at all with how Griffiths has let himself kind of tumble out of his fitness and tumble out of a kind of state to play football over the lockdown period. Now, if you want to hear my opinions on the whole Griffiths situation, then I recommend you go back and watch the Celtic transfer talk video. I give far more of an input in there as to what I believe with the situation and where I think it should go for Griffiths. But the chances now for Griffiths at Celtic are slim. He's had chance after chance. Even fans are getting very impatient. I'm someone who, for a long time, wasn't the biggest fan of Griffiths, and people will know that. But now, more than ever, I really want Griffiths to grasp every opportunity he gets to become that player we know he can be. But he is dwindling those. He's throwing them away. The chances are dwindling for him, I should say. And that is very evident what Neil Lennon was saying in the press conference yesterday. And now, as you'll see by the video, the title of the video, there is a real chance that Patryk Klimala could become the backup striker at Celtic. This is a guy that looks hungry, a guy who's been putting work in. Something on the opposite end, where Griffiths is, he hasn't been doing. Just to give some brief context, Neil Lennon said in the interview yesterday, I'm not happy. I think that's fairly obvious by the fact that we've left him behind. He's come back out of condition and overweight. Any physical work we asked him to do, he was coming out and saying he was injured. That's going to be the case. He's out of condition. Now, that is you know, pretty evident in what we've seen. The reason he was left behind is because he is out of condition. There was a bit that really stood out to me from Neil Lennon, and it was a bit where he says he needs to stop all the social media nonsense with all these slogans he puts out there. The boys here are all top professionals and have a great staff, are all professional as well. They deserve better, and he should know he should be doing better. He needs to get his head down and get fit, because that's what we pay him for. So it's pretty, you know, it's pretty obvious that Neil Lennon is extremely disappointed and perhaps angry the way Lee Griffiths has conducted himself over this. Of course, we know Lee Griffiths loves to be on social media, even though he gets it extremely tight. Griffiths loves to prove his doubters wrong. Griffiths loves to wind up the opposition at any opportunity he can get. But you can see where the manager is coming from. You can understand why he's saying that. You've got all the other players who are putting hard work in, they're staying quiet. Yep, they might put up the odd photo, they might put up the odd post, but there's nothing there that kind of rails any attention from any sort of support, whether it be ours or the opposition. They all get their heads down and work very hard. Now, Griffiths, as I said, I want him to work hard. I want him to come back and get that opportunity and prove those doubters wrong. But when you see how much it's affecting the manager himself and his plans, there is a real question that comes into how many more chances we can give him. And there's a boy waiting here, a young lad from Poland who looks like he can be a promising player who's ready to step up and take that place. Now, his goal yesterday wasn't exactly the best thing you're ever going to see. The goalkeeper made an absolute howler. Patryk Klimala took advantage of the situation and put it in the back of the net. Took a cool head to do, not going to lie. He done well to control the ball after winning it from the goalkeeper. But the point of the matter is this. Patryk Klimala has been getting a very good write-up from what I've heard over the past kind of few weeks since I've been in Loughborough, since I've been back at training, full contact training I can say, and now in that friendly yesterday, to the point where people want to see him get that chance, and that chance is really there and up for grabs. I like Patryk Klimala. I think that there's been definitely glimpses of a good player there. He's got the pace, he's got the power, I think he's definitely got the attitude, and he knows what Celtic's all about. He was talking a few weeks ago in an interview about how Polish players in the past at Celtic and how they've motivated him. The likes of Artur Boric has drove him to understand how important it is to play for a club like Celtic. So Patryk Klimala is definitely someone who's going to come in and grasp any opportunity he gets. I think he'll be very hungry, considering he's been sitting on the bench after signing for a decent fee in January and not getting any football. He will be there to, I'm not saying it in a vicious way, and I don't think anybody at the club would think of it in a vicious way, but if he can get on the park ahead of Griffiths, he's going to be thinking up you to him. He's going to be wanting that place. He'll reckon in his head that he can offer more and be a better player, especially at that age. Lee Griffiths is coming on to 30 years old. Actually, might be 30 now. And Patryk Klimala, young guy. So, you know, there's a future there for one of them, and someone's future looks as though it's running out of time. The clips that we've seen of Patryk Klimala before he joined Celtic, where he played for, I can't pronounce the name of the team, I'm sure it's something like Jagiellonia, I'm not too sure, I'm sorry if I've offended any of the Polish support there, but, you know, he looked like a really good player. His pace is blistering, he was scoring goals. I can't remember the exact statistic of the goals he was scoring, but he was a top player over there for a team who weren't in the best, you know, sort of position when he joined us at the time. He was doing really well, and he did have quite a bit of hype coming over here. I was certainly excited at the look of him, and that's not just down to the fact, you know, we all like the fact, you know, everyone wants a fast player, everybody likes somebody who's good at the ball. No, he just generally looked like a good forward, someone that knows how to put the ball in the back of the net, and now, in these friendlies, he's going to have the chance to show that, as he did yesterday, and I'm sure the time is not up for Klimala on the park, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do moving forward. Neil Lennon summed up Patryk Klimala by saying it's the forte of his game, being aggressive and pressing. So he got what he deserved. Look, he's a work in progress. It's a different style of football to what he's used to in Poland, but his attitude is brilliant and he's really hungry to do well. Now, if you just line up those comments with the comments that he made about Lee Griffiths, there is certainly a difference in not only the tone and the words and what he's saying, but what he sees in the players right now. Everything was lined with negatives towards Lee Griffiths. I don't want to sit here and put words in the mouth of anybody. I'm not sitting here and saying that Neil Lennon said Griffiths is done. He did say he will have his chance once more if he gets himself into condition. But you can tell how much kind of bitterness there is behind it from Neil Lennon, and probably rightfully so. As with Klimala, on the other hand, you know, an aggressive, young, hungry player. I think that's exactly what Celtic are needing in the 10-in-a-row season. We need players who are going to be up in your face. We're needing players who are going to be ready to take on Rangers' defence. Look, playing Rangers, as easy as it may look sometimes, and even over the last year when they've beat us, look at the form of the two teams, right? We're going into that old firm that was due in March, where Rangers went on a horrendous run of form and Celtic were unbeaten in however many games it was, and we were scoring goals for fun. yes, we would have probably been into that game and scudded them. I do firmly believe that would have happened. We never got to see it happen, of course, but next year, no game's going to be easy, and we need players who are going to be aggressive. We can't sit back. We can't allow Rangers to bully us over the park, because when Rangers have beat us those couple of times over the last couple of years, it's been because of that. Rangers have been the more aggressive team. They've been more hungry. They've been in our faces, and we've sat there like wee lassies at times. That's just the honest truth, and I'm sure you would agree with that. If we have players like Klimala who are going to make jobs difficult for defenders, they're going to make life hard, and they're going to, put a wee bit of fear in them, that's exactly what Celtic are needing and Neil Lennon is wanting. And that is what you would expect from Griffiths, but we're not going to get it when he's out of shape. So Klimala, I'm pretty much is more than ready to step up and give that sort of role. That's just my opinion towards it all. Now, of course, Celtic have been linked with another couple of strikers here and there. We spoke about Lil Taylor on the channel the other day. There's that guy, Weissman, from over in, is it Belgium or Austria? I think it's Austria. He's got an unbelievable scoring record. And there's a couple of guys down the Championship as well that Celtic are looking at. Look, Griffiths needs to grab himself by the hormones and really fix things up. And I want him to. I want him to badly. I love the guy, and I want him to get his chance again. But right now, Patryk Klimala, I mean, I've met Patryk Klimala as well, and he's a lovely guy, so maybe I'm a wee bit biased. Right now, I'm favouring him for that second spot. I think, honestly, over the next year, we'll see Patryk Klimala go into that role of being Celtic's number 2 striker behind Edouard. No one's going to overtake Edouard, let's be honest. But definitely, we're looking at a situation where the wee man's going to do that. I say wee man, he's huge, he's a big guy. I mean, I've shat myself when I see him at Tesco. But I'm favouring. Let me know your opinions. Do you think Klimala could be or should be our second choice striker this season, or are you still holding out hope for Lee Griffiths? Sorry if I've repeated myself a lot in this video. It's been quite difficult to adjust in a different situation with recording on this camera, and I'm not, and I'm not really comfortable where the mic is and such. It's really annoying me. But as I said, over time, it's definitely going to get better, and hopefully this is the first step of it. We need to get lighting sorted as well, because I can already see that one side of my face is dark and the other's light, which I'm sure you'll all be loving, but that's no change from usual, is it? Anyway, if you've enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, share the content out, and I'll see you all next time.